Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about the Benefit BOING Cakeless Concealer. And I am so excited to try this out because I have heard so many people raving about this concealer, and I want to know what the hype was about. Now, I don't necessarily have a lot of Benefit products because they are a little bit on the pricey side, but I went ahead and I splurged on this one, so I'm gonna hope and pray that it is worth the hype. If you want to know all about the concealer, make sure we keep on watching. But before we get into the video, as always, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you are notified every single time that I upload. Make sure that we give this video a big thumbs up, and without further ado, let's jump into another review.
Hold up.
So I went ahead and I zoomed you guys in just a little bit closer so you guys can go ahead and take a look at all my imperfections. But I'm going to go ahead and stick to the whole Benefit vibe here, and I'm going to go ahead and use the Benefit Hydrate Professional primer, and I'm going to use that to just prime my face before going in with foundation and then testing out the concealer. So I'm just going to grab a little bit and place this where I have my pores most visible. Okay, so something that I've actually been loving to do underneath my foundation, which is what I'm going to still go in and do and treat this as I would with any other of my foundations or concealers. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of highlight underneath my foundation, just because I haven't really been adding highlight on top of my foundation, just because I've kind of liked that natural glow from within. So I found that placing a highlight underneath the foundation is the greatest way to kind of really bring that out, and it actually shines so beautifully underneath your foundation. So I'm going to take my Ofra Rodeo Drive and just kind of place that where I would normally highlight, and you can see it's obviously a very blinding highlight, but I like to just kind of go a little crazy with this because you guys know I love my glow. Now I know we look a little crazy, and I know to some of you might be cringing and might be like, oh my god, that's a lot of highlight. But your girl loves her glow, okay? So it'll look good in the end, trust me. Okay, so for foundation today, I'm actually going to be going in with my Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation from Morphe. This is the foundation right here, and I'm actually in the shade F1.20, I'm sorry. Okay, so now that I have my foundation ready to go, we are going to be going in today with the Benefit BOING Cakeless Concealer. So I actually have the shade number 2, and this is the packaging of the concealer. I think this is super cute. It's like a little pencil with a little rubber top. That is so cute. I really think that they put a lot of thought into the packaging. And then opening it on up, it does have a little wand. Now it's kind of like a smaller size doe foot. It's not like that popular, trendy, oversized doe foot that has been kind of trending right now with most concealers, kind of like the Tarte Shape Tape doe foot. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys side by side with the Tarte Shape Tape doe foot and then the BOING concealer. You can see a significant difference. It's a lot smaller, which I guess would be good because you can really get into the inner corners of the eye, but it's significantly smaller. So if you are a fan of the big oversized doe foot, you might not really like the applicator. To me, it's not really that big of a deal, but again, I'm going to have to go ahead and put it on my face and test it out and see how it works. So according to Benefit's website, this does retail for $22, and they do have it available in 14 shades. I just dropped the concealer. Well, according to the claims on the website, it does say that it is a multitasking full coverage liquid concealer. It's supposed to hide it all from dark circles to blemishes and discolorations, yet it feels lightweight and doesn't crack or crease. Or I'm sorry, cake or crease. That's kind of why it's called Cakeless Concealer. It says that the cushion tip creates a smoother than smooth application and blends seamlessly for long wear, waterproof coverage. So it does claim that it is waterproof, and it does claim that it has a 24-hour long wear. It also says that 90% people said it looks smooth, 94% people said it doesn't look cakey, and 95% said it does conceal dark circles. So we're gonna go ahead and give her a try today, and I'm gonna go ahead and just place this right underneath my eyes and hope for the best. So I obviously have a lot of dark circles because I am a mother of two, and I have a newborn. So obviously I have dark circles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just let that sit for a little bit, because I don't know if you guys have seen on YouTube that a lot of people are kind of letting their concealers sit for like a second and then just going in and blending it, because it tends to give a little bit more of a fuller coverage effect. So I'm going to go ahead and let that sit for maybe like 30 seconds. I'm hoping that it doesn't dry down, because I actually didn't even check if this was a matte concealer. But we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. So this is already one side with the concealer on, and already I can definitely tell that it blended very, very easily. It blended into my skin. So it definitely does not look cakey, and as far as coverage wise, I think it did a pretty nice job of like covering up my dark circles. This is the side with the concealer on. This is the side without the concealer. You guys be the judge of that. I think that it did a really nice job of covering up my dark circles. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more right there where I have the most pigmentation, and kind of let that sit for a second and then compare it side by side. All right, so that is with a little bit of a second layer. I just kind of place it right underneath where I have the most pigmentation of like the blue from my dark circles, but I definitely think that it did a really nice job of brightening up under the eyes. So obviously this side has the concealer on, this is the side without it. You can definitely tell that it really did brighten up. It really did a nice job of covering up, and it doesn't seem cakey. It does seem like a very light formula, and it doesn't really seem like it's creasing. So I really think that it did a really nice job of blending out and, you know, brightening up the under eye and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Ciate, this is my Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder, and I'm going to go ahead and set right underneath the eye to kind of compare it to the side without any concealer on to a finished product on this side. Now this setting powder is what I use pretty much on an everyday basis to set underneath my eye. So since I know that I trust this powder, I'm going to go ahead and use the setting powder. I don't really like to bake. I just kind of like to set that under eye area. Okay, so this is what the side looks already set, and I think it actually looks really, really nice. It really did a nice job of blending out, brightening, covering up. The one thing that I will say is I do feel like my under eye is a little bit on the drying side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish the other side off camera, and then I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to come back and let you guys know how everything blended out in the end, and then my final thoughts as I progress through wearing the makeup. I went ahead and I brought you guys in just a little bit closer so you guys can really see up close what the concealer is looking like. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my mirror, and by the looks of it, I think that it looks really, really nice. It really does brighten up underneath the eyes. It did cover up my dark circles, and I mean, I do feel a little bit drying underneath my eyes. It wasn't as dry as when I first put it on and I set it on earlier in the video. I think that it feels a little bit more comfortable now. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but overall I think it is a really good concealer. Is it something that I would consider one of my top choices? Probably not, only for the fact that it does feel drying and I do have dry skin. That is probably the only thing that I have to say about it. If you do have oily skin, I think that you would really love and enjoy this concealer. For my drier skin people, this might be a little bit on the drying side because I do feel it dry underneath my eyes, but overall I think it is a good concealer. But like I said, it's probably not going to be considered one of my favorite concealers, but it is a good concealer overall. So for the price point, it is $22. Benefit Cosmetics got an A+ on the packaging. I absolutely love the packaging. I think that this is just so cute. It's like a little pencil. Like how is this not cute? I mean, like, look at this. So A+ on the packaging. Overall, the rating, I would give it a B just because of the dryness, but I do agree with the claims. It does not look cakey. It does feel very lightweight. I really hope that it does last throughout the day and it is long wear like it claims, but I definitely do agree that with those claims as far as that goes. The one thing that I also have to say is that I noticed that it didn't really crease underneath my eyes. So for the fact that it feels a little bit drying and it didn't crease, that kind of like freaks me out a little bit. I don't really know why, because usually when you feel something that is really drying, it's gonna tend to crease right underneath your eyes, but it doesn't look creasy at all. It didn't really set into my fine lines, so bravo for them. I will give that to them. Overall, I do like the concealer. I'm not sure if I would repurchase it just because of the dryness, but I'm gonna go ahead and just wear it throughout the day. I will also leave a little update in the description box down below to let you guys know how I felt about it after wearing it for hours. Oh, and before I forget, we finally reached 500 subscribers, you guys. I'm super excited. Thank you guys so much for all the support and all the love. I really appreciate it. So before you leave today, make sure that you subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below to let me know that you are here, that you are watching. Yeah, I appreciate all the love and support. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next. Ciao.